Hi everybody, I'm Giancarlo.
And I'm Felicia.
And this is our preview video of...
Cave Pilot 55 Rulebook.
Anyway, it started off good.
It's a joke. It's just Cave Pilot 55.
The pilots look like you in the game?
What?
The 1950s
Of course.
Lava 55.
I will be driving your plane today.
Wow.
The light's like...
Are you
Can't see
hungover?
with
Or
or
you
without
look
the
like
glass?
you just came out of rehab and you need dark glasses and shit.
Or maybe I'm going to rehab. One or the other. He said it's an arcade game, and now it's into board game format. Remember like the Atari? Like the guy's going up, and then like the planes, and it splits.
Like I said, a side scroller.
That's what it's called, a side scroller.
Well, side, remember Zaxxon? Remember Zaxxon? Or did I just age myself?
Yeah, I think you did. Okay.
It was like this plane and the screen's moving and you just
Wait,
moving up and
you
down.
pick up legs and arms and eventually you become a robot?
No, that's not Zaxxon.
Cave Pilot 55 is an arcade-style board game for 1 to 4 players. Players are racing their bat planes to reach the finish line alive and gain reputation during the race. Let's jump right into setup. Using the table, each player will get yellow cave cards placed face up in front of them. Then shuffle the yellow and orange cards separately and form a deck with the orange cards under the yellow ones. Next to the score track, place a player pawn for each of the players. This will track your reputation. Shuffle both type of upgrades and reveal 6 from the normal upgrade deck. This creates the Cave's shop where you can buy upgrades for your plane. Find the cave entrance card and place it in the middle of the table. You're now ready to challenge the gauntlet.
Choose a first player and give him the starting player marker. In the first round, players move their plane token onto the cave entrance. Here they can explore and look for upgrades before entering the cave. They can use their second and third turns too if they go to the scrapyard. However, going to the scrapyard costs 1 credit. We will get into that later. For now, let's jump into a player's turn to show you the phases. The first phase is to place a cave card on top or on the bottom of the cave to continue the cave. Then you collect 3 credits. You can now execute actions. You can refresh the shop by removing the last card, sliding everything right, and adding a new upgrade card. You can choose to fire missiles at players or cave area. If you do, check for range and choose a target. Then roll a black die to see the damage. If you roll a target, you get to choose which upgrade you damage. If you roll a bomb, that player also loses reputation points. The last 2 actions, refreshing the shop and firing missiles, are optional, but the next action is not, which is movement.
Movement is pretty simple. You can basically move right, up, down, or even diagonally. However, moving diagonally requires you to spend booster fuel. You can never stay at the same spot unless the card has upgrades, in which case you can stay 2 turns. When you move into a new area of the cave, you have to check the encounter there and try to pass it without failing. To attempt this, check the equation and roll some dice. If your roll makes the equation correct, you pass and gain the rewards. If not, you will take damage on your plane. Some encounters have multiple tests shown by these white dots, which mean you must perform the same test more than once. Other cards will have ranged attacks to which target everyone in range of that card. If your plane is hit on an area where you do not have an upgrade, the next part of the plane takes the hit. You can see this order on your player board. If you can't take damage off your plane, you're done and eliminated. Once you did your movement and attempted card challenges, you can opt for taking another round of actions by placing a new cave card and paying 1 booster fuel.
If your location has an upgrade station, you can land and get some upgrades. If you do this, you can sell some exploration cards and gain some credits. Then spend those to buy upgrades, which simply add to your plane's HP. To get those exploration cards, you can only do this at locations with the exploration symbol. When you explore, you must spend 2 credits and draw 2 exploration cards. These are placed on your player board with green cubes to show how many uses you have left. You have 4 spots on your plane for these. The circle on the card will also tell you at what phase on your turn you can use this card. The legend is on your player board. So once you've done moving, doing actions, and exploring, the final step is to refill your cave cards with a deck from the center of the table. The next player will take his turn and so on until all cave cards have been placed, at which point you place the cave exit card to mark the finish line. When a player reaches the exit, everyone gets to play turns so that they all have played the same amount. If you reach the finish line, you will get bonus points. Add up the reputation point, and the player with the most wins.
Cave Pilot 55 can be also played in team, co-op, or even solo mode. The game scales depending on the number of players, and you can even choose the length of the games. The cave will be different each game as well as your plane's loadout. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you like it, back it.